Alright guys, back with some gameplay review. This one's going to be number games gameplay. So we're going to go through games that start with a number. We're going to cover the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the Game Boy, the Game Gear, the Master System, and the Genesis. So let's get started because there's quite a few to go over. We'll do a little playing of each one of them. I'll tell you what I think of each one of them as we go through them. First of them is 10-Yard Fight. We're going to do the Nintendo ones first. Usually on 10-Yard Fight you would have seen a screen where I would have picked the difficulty. You run forward once you get the ball. This is a football game. It's just kind of a simple one. It was out at the arcades. These guys can only run the way I run. So you try to run and you try to get a touchdown, and then you try to stop them when you're on defense. And you can either run with the ball or throw it. So pick your play. Well, I'm going to try. Seems the buttons aren't working right. So you see that guy that had his hand up through there? If I can throw it to him before he puts his hand down, he can run with it. There's a couple of different ways that you can beat out the defenders. You can do like that. Yeah, the stuff gets a little annoying, and the halves. You play two halves, and they seem to be a little bit long, but it's really a simplistic football game. I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. And then see you get a touchdown. And now I'll play around with the defense a little bit. You have to punt the ball if you're on fourth down. You don't have an option. I don't know why the button's not working real good. Let's try it again. And he'll automatically kick the ball off for you. It's as simplistic can get. Now, there is a neat little trick I want to show you guys. How are they running? Oh, do I have control of the... I have control of the second team. Somehow. I must have picked two-player. I know I just controlled the first guy, though. That doesn't make any sense. Let me try to restart that. There we go. High school, college, professional, or playoff, or Super Bowl team. I've beaten them all. They don't really play any different. They just the jersey colors get a little different, and the field seems like it's a little bit longer, and the kickoffs go a little bit further back. Now we got the right team. So let me score again on offense, and I'll show you the defensive side of the ball. Crap. Maybe the controller will work a little bit better this time. Boy, we got nothing there. Gonna get a long 10 yards off of that. Oh gosh, second and 8. They react a little bit quicker sometimes too. I hand it off to him that way. Try to guide another one into him to make that tackle. Nope. Don't have to. Like I said, if you turn to the side, you can usually get them to dive at you. Doo-doo-doo! I like this game, and it's good for what it is. It's not a great game by any stretch of the imagination, but it's good for what it is, and it was good in its time, which was the early to mid-'80s. And it was good if you didn't have any other football games, and you liked football, so... Try to outrun that guy on the corner. Gosh, I'm mercy, they're faster. They're faster than the high school team, let's put it that way. Pass to him. Gosh, I'm struggling to get a first down. And that's because they're not giving me the setups I like. Can I kick a field goal? I actually think as a human controlled character, you have to go for it on 4th down, I think. I don't know though. I don't know how that works really. Never been in that position. And you just go and you score as many points as you can. Again, if you didn't have anything football wise, this would be a good one, you know, that you could play. I still play it on occasion, not often, but on occasion when I want to kill some time, play a little bit of football. And I'll show you guys a little trick right here whenever we actually get them down the first time. Now, you'll see I'm on defense this time. I can hit A or B to control whoever I want. Now, here's the funny thing. Now, I'll show you. You watch, and I will tackle towards his area, whoever's got the ball, and he'll run out of bounds. See how he was trying to run out of bounds? He wasn't trying to run out of bounds because he was trying to get away. He was trying to run out of bounds because he was, that's not who I wanted. That's definitely not who I wanted. Sometimes you gotta wait for them because sometimes they walk all the way across the line, which is a pain in the butt. Guys, this one may go over an hour. I'm not sure because I'm not sure how long each of them is going to take. I don't know why I'm having such trouble. Sometimes they throw right across the middle and you get an interception. Oh man, you little butthole. I tried to sack him back in. He got away from me. I wish I'd just go ahead and snap the dang ball. Got him that time, didn't I? Got him that time too. There we go. Now I'll show you. Now it'll show you what they have to do. I've never been able to catch one of these punts either. I've come close, but I've never been able to catch them. So that's where we'll start off at. Offense again. Okay. So like I said, if you have other football games, they're probably a little bit better than that one. But that one's a good one still to have. Now we're going to play 1942. This also came out at the arcades. It's your basic vertical plane shooter. You just mash the button. What gets irritating is the beep 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 beep. That gets really annoying. And you have these things that you can use. And I got shot down. You can use these things, and you see them over in the. See, there's 32 stages, and you can do like you'll do like a fly backward thing. It doesn't really work real well, but you know, some of these planes are a little more durable than others. This game is kind of tough to play because it's, I don't know really how to tell you guys. It's just kind of choppy. I mean, I look like I'm doing okay, but there's a lot of, oh gosh. I don't know where they put you in the stage when you die. Must not be my night or something, I don't know. There are better shooters than this, though. It's not a terrible game, but some of the stuff on it's, some of it's rough. I mean, I'd actually have to listen. I'd actually have to play the game without the the noise. And by the way, the plane doesn't shoot any faster if you pump the button like a madman. You guys can hear me hitting it, and then for every about 5 presses of this button, it's throwing out just a few of these. Oh goodness gracious. 32 stages of this. Tells you your percentage and your bonus and stuff. And every stage is just the same. It just counts down. And if you get through all of them, they loop. They're not the same. They do get a little bit harder each time. So they do get harder as they go along. It's not a terrible game. It's not something I go back and play very often, though, because it's rough on my ears and stuff. Now, 1943, the Battle of Midway, is about the same thing, except it's a little bit different. There's some different stuff on this one. Obviously, I picked the one that has the information in Spanish. So let's pick the one that has the information in American, or not in American, but in English, so that I can see it. There's a password on here too. But you can get different offensive powers and defensive powers, energy level, special weapon, and special weapon time limit. So you can kind of configure them a little bit different. I forget how many stages there are in here. It says first target mission is Rikyu, fight bravely. You have an energy meter this time. If your energy meter goes down, this is why I understand. If your energy meter goes down to 0 and you hit something, you crash. So I don't know exactly how true that is or how that works or whatever, but these, when you shoot them, they turn into different power-ups. Use whatever power-up you think you best can use, and just do it that way, I guess. I'm going to use this one, and now the dogs are barking at everything outside. I think one of my neighbors has their dog out and is letting them run the whole neighborhood. Gosh, there's so many planes. And these right here just take so many daggone hits. See, I'm about to die. I'm about to make it to the ships, though. Oh, man. Wow. Once you get up to, I'm not going all the way through that again. Once you get up to the ships, you go, it gets you to a closer look at the ships, and the ships all have, like, they're like battleships, and they have different guns and stuff on them. So what you do is you gun down each of the turrets and things on the ship, and you take the ship down, and you don't have to take the ship all the way down, but it does give you a destruction rate on the ship after a certain amount of time, and then you'll go on to the next level. 720 degrees. This is also known as skate or die. I'll play a couple minutes of it. I'm not really going to go too in depth on it because I kind of went over some of these before. Class 1. You look at the map. There's 4 different events that you need to get medals in. Downhill, ramp, slalom, and jump. You need to go to these things before the skate or die thing appears, otherwise you get chased by bugs and like bees and stuff. Oh gosh, I got hit by a car. You have a life bar too, and you can buy upgrades and stuff. And I ran into a dude. This is the ramp. I might not be able to get all of them. Oh, I hate this one because I don't understand what I'm doing. You have to do tricks and stuff while you're up there so that you can get at least a bronze or silver. I did have this at one point to figure out how to do this, but now I can't. I'd be surprised if I remembered how to do anything. Yeah. I probably won't even get a bronze here. There's 4 like world type things in the game altogether, each with 4 events, and they just keep going and they just keep repeating. Of course, if you don't get a medal, you don't get any points or extra points, and it just gives you that. And of course, you can't go back in there. So I'm gonna try to go to the next event. Let me look at the map. Slalom. I might can do that one better. The control's not horrible, but without the see, you can buy upgrades and stuff. Without something with the buttons and stuff, you're really just kind of blindly going out like I'm doing right now. This is, you gotta go through the went through it the wrong way. See, that time I got gold. See? Not too bad. I think it'll be a little bit more difficult chance. You can't go back outside, son. You're done with that for the night. We're done with that for the night. We've done went. And you're barking at stuff that's out there. We done went for the night. You're done. Let me see if I can get to another one here. I didn't really want to buy the pads or the shoes, but oh well. You just have to get there before it says skate or die, or you have problems real bad. I forgot how to do the jump too. I did know how to do this at one point, but I don't remember it now. Crap. Good gosh. Ow. Bronze medal. Okay. And you get cash if you can actually medal. But this is basically what it is. And you just basically go to everything. And then you go to area 2 and they'll be in different places, and they'll be the same 4 events in the same places. I don't know that I can make it to the... I should be able to make it all the way there without... Y'all see him hit me when I wasn't even near the road? I might as well buy the board too. May help. You never know. The only thing I didn't buy was the helmet. It doesn't matter if I protect my head. That'll be alright. I got on this ball cap. I don't remember what this one is. Oh yeah, you gotta jump as you come down through here. That way you don't... There's a way to do it so that you land and you don't land... So that you get over the corner, but you don't land on your butt. I think I silvered, yeah. You guys will have to ignore the dogs. They're barking at something outside. And class finished. So then you go to class 2. Like I told you, map, and you still have your upgrades, but they get a little bit difficult, and the timer counts down faster. But it's the same game. It's the same game. And like I said, you play Skate or Die 1, it's the same thing. It's the same game, it's just under a different name. They were just trying to capitalize on skateboarding craze. 8 Eyes is the last one we're going to look at. I can't do this one very well. I can't go very far. There's a continue, and there's a way to play 2 players. One of you plays as the guy, and one of you plays as the bird. It's kind of like Castlevania, but boy, that's a stretch. it plays like Castlevania, but it doesn't play as good as Castlevania, if that makes sense. The game mechanics are not as well. The gameplay is not as good. It looks like Castlevania, but that's not what it is. Also, if you beat one of these houses, if you beat one of these places, the Duke that you beat there is supposed to have a weapon, and you're supposed to be able to kind of do like Mega Man and take one of these places, go through it, get the weapon, and then go to the next one, whichever one's weak against that. Like I said, if you play one person, the bird helps you up there. Is his life bar and yours. If you have a second player, they can play as the bird, or you can play as the bird. This game is very, very difficult. I will show you what I mean when I go up these stairs to face this enemy. As I said, it looks like Castlevania. It doesn't play like Castlevania. It is very, very difficult. And you can get different weapons that you can use, but it ain't really worth it. You gotta have power in your item to... Gosh, this game. It looks good, and it looks like it could be, but it just... I've tried playing it, and it's just... I don't know. I can't do it. You're not going outside, Chance. I realize somebody's dog is running around the neighborhood, and you feel that you have to protect the neighborhood, but that's not the way it works. See, like guys, like, where am I supposed to go here? Now, where in the world am I supposed to go? I mean, I can send the bird over there. He might hit the switch. Hit the switch. How do I use the item? Like that. Oh, I can fall through the floor and go a longer way to get to the end. Yeah, alright. That sounds exactly like something I wanted to do. And believe it or not, guys, this is the easy mode of the game. There's a hard mode that you can turn on. Imagine that. If you're wanting to do that, and if you're that much of a psycho, you're more than welcome, and you're better man than I am, or better game player than I am there. I'm sure if I played around with it a little bit, I'd probably do a little bit better. But that just took me around to the same room I was already at. Now this room's different. Well, this area of this room's different. There's the ball thing. You can throw that, and that's a pretty nice weapon. How'd I throw it? There we go. Because it bounces around. Yeah, enough of that. Like I said, if I played it enough, I might could get into it. I can't get into the control and stuff on that game. It's just, no. 720 degrees is the same thing. If you'd have the controls, you could go through it, but it's not really, I don't think it's really that great. So we're going to hop systems now. We're going to go to the Super Nintendo. And I think there's only 2 of them here. I think there's 3 Ninjas Kickback and 90 Minutes European Prime Goal. Now, 3 Ninjas Kickback, I kind of played through it on the Super Nintendo and the Sega. They're similar. There's a few differences, like the cutscenes and the story's a little bit different on the Sega. In my opinion, the Sega one's a little bit better than the Super Nintendo. They're both not great games. If you like the movie, they do pretty much kind of follow the movie. So if you're a fan of the movie, you may want to try them out. You know, and like I said, the Sega one, in my opinion, is the better of the two. Put it on easy for right now. You have a bomb and 2 attacks and a jump. It's kind of a platformer. You can play as Rocky, Colt, or Tum Tum. That's the oldest to the youngest. The youngest can kind of like crawl and stuff through small spaces. The oldest one, I think he's got a little bit more power. Colt's kind of in the middle. I'm not gonna go through the story, and it tells you like level 1, zone 1, the woods, and like I said, they're platformer with action adventure in there. You get your life bar. Of course, I just took a beating. If that rock hits you, you're dead. I forgot how... No. I forgot how to hook onto that. I forgot how to hook onto that swinging vine over there. I think it's jumping in. Crap. Maybe I was wrong. Thank goodness there's codes for this game. Yeah. I could swear there was a way to do that. Oh well. You get power-ups and stuff for your weapons and stuff like that. And you can use other stuff and things, and you can pick up stuff as you go along. You'd have to have the books to tell you what to, the thing for the game, to the instruction booklet to really tell you what's going on, So, not really into playing all that. It's a good game. It's not a great game. If you like the movie, you might want to check it out. I never could get this 3x3 eyes to work. I don't think it's one that was released here anyway. So 90 minutes, European Prime Gold. This is going to be one of those soccer games. On soccer games, it's dependent upon what you like. There's many soccer games. I like World Championship Soccer myself. But that's me. This one's got like the Euro Hero, the All-Star League Championship, Cup Championship tournaments. It's got a lot of stuff going on that you can go through. Of course, there's not a whole lot of the world in there. And the United States is not even represented. So we'll play as... I was going to say I play as the Germans. Maybe I'll play as the English. We'll play against like Belgium or somebody.
Today's exciting game.
I don't really know what the buttons do. I don't really know who I have. That's kind of interesting. And it kind of got this type of view here. Standard soccer game. A little bit hard to play. I have four buttons instead of 2 now. Oh gosh. I'm getting wore out by the defense. I don't really know what the buttons do. Ooh. Boom. Getting tore up by the Belgians. Ah. Fudge. They got a shot and goal. Again, your basic... It's not bad. If I knew what the controls were and kind of maybe how to play it a little bit and played around with it a little bit, I'd probably be okay with it. But I like my favorite soccer game. Well, one of my favorite soccer games is on here. I think it's World Championship Soccer. Or maybe it's World Cup. We'll find it at some point. The one I really like is on the N64. It's FIFA Road to World Cup 98, I do believe. So we're going to switch from the Super Nintendo. We're going to go over to the Game Boy for a minute. The original Game Boy. There's a 4-in-1 fun pack and a 4-in-2 fun pack. The 4-in-1 fun pack, as you can see, it has chess, checkers, backgammon, and reverse. Which is pretty much the game that's Othello. You know what? You kind of know what those are, and it's just how the game is. And then the 4-in-1 pack volume 2. These are just like board games and card games that you might have played whenever you was younger, maybe still play them today. This one has. The second one has. If I can get there first. If I can get there. Solitaire, dominoes, cribbage, and Yahtzee. It says yacht, but it's Yahtzee. So you would just play whatever game, and there's different things that you can turn on those. They're basically, if you've played games like that before, that's basically what it is. It's basically like Solitaire and Yahtzee and stuff. It's just things that you could have for the Game Boy, I guess, when they released them. The Game Boy was more so, when it started, it was more so to have games that you could play on road trips that may be maybe up to 2 hours or so, maybe sometimes a little bit more, or just so that you could game on the go. And so a lot of them don't really have like a battery backup or anything. So they made ones with like Pokemon and stuff a little bit later that had battery backup in them. So the battery backup would save your progress, but on ones like this, you really didn't need it to save your progress or anything, because normally you could play a game. You could probably play all the ones in this one within like one setting for a couple minutes, and it's just to kill time. We'll slide on over here to the Game Gear since it's next to it. They have a 5-in-1 fun pack. It's the same game. It's the same thing. Backgammon, checkers, reverse, chess, and Yahtzee. It's the same thing. It's just the five little games. Game Gear was the same thing. The only difference between the Game Boy and the Game Gear is that the Game Gear was in color, and the Game Boy is in like a monochrome scheme. Of course, now later on they came out with a Game Boy Color and a Game Boy Advance, but we'll get into those some other time. So we're going to catch the Sega Master System on the way back. I'm thinking 20M1 was released, was an actual released game. Not going to go over too much in here because it is in Spanish, and I do not understand some of the words. I understand some of them, but you pick a game and you kind of have to remember what the game is. I have no idea what this is. So you would just pick different. You just pick different games. I guess you're catching. I guess on this one you're catching stuff in your bucket. I could see this being something kind of fun because depending upon what the 20 games are, would depend upon, you know, what you would, you know, they're just different games and stuff. So it might be pretty good because you would think that there would be 20 different games on there, and some of them would probably be pretty good for Master System time. 94 Super World Cup Soccer is the next one we're going to look at. I haven't really looked at this one too much myself. It's another soccer game. Great, I can't read the screen. That's fantastic. Okay, well, we're still going to try anyway. You can do penalty kicks if you want. I'll take the United States. I really should take somebody different. But, yeah. Okay. The game freeze up or what? No, it just didn't move for a minute. Okay. Okay, well, it picked Argentina for me a face. Okay. I really don't know what I'm doing here. But there's only 2 buttons, so I should be able to do certain things. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. It's kind of like Blades of Steel, but in soccer form, and the control's not really all that responsive. Yeah, kind of like Blades of Steel, but in soccer form. Ah! Goal kick. Okay. Yeah. So it's kind of like Blades of Steel for the Nintendo, but in soccer form. So it's not too bad. Not horrible. I can't read anything on it, and it only has just the 1 or 2 player mode, so there's not a whole lot to go with right there. So that's not incredibly fun. We're going to do the Sega Genesis. This is going to be the last system we're going to go over. We're going to do the 3 Ninjas Kickback and 688 Attack Sub. And we're going to look at the 6-pack too. 3 Ninjas Kickback, like I said, it's basically the same. It's almost the exact same game as the Super Nintendo. This one might be a little bit better. They're both made by like different companies, but well, except for the Sony ImageSoft thing. This one seems to be a little bit better. Crap. Bear with me as my controller is giving me fits. We'll do this, we'll do the other 2, and then we'll be done. And then we'll probably start with the A's on the Nintendos, and we'll work our way down from there, and then we'll carry on with like the Super Nintendo one and the other ones later. I guess it picked 1 player for me. Okay. All right. See how they didn't have the wee. The games are fairly similar. Good gosh, I get hit by the rock and I die. I guess because I'm on medium. Controls about the same. It's up whenever you jump up here on this thing. You have to press up. See how the control works a little bit better on this one, and the graphics are a little bit better. The gameplay works a whole lot better. This is the one I chose to try to beat whenever I played the game, because it was a little bit easier to handle than the other one. You must be tested. Yeah, there's different stages and things. There's different things on the game and stuff, but destroy those. Ah! Like I said, as you can see, this one controls a whole lot better than the other one. And plus, you can like, hold it up while you jump up there. There's 6 more of those things. They gotta find and tear down. It's a trampoline. Oh crap, I died. Okay. So like I said, better than the Super Nintendo version. Still not. Yeah, I guess. I have really no idea how to play this. I have not played it. Just get your mission orders from the radio room. It's like a point and click type of thing. I don't really understand how some of it works. Boy, it's taking so long. Can I not speed that up? Oh gosh, and it cuts it off. In other words, you put your sub and you go through like a simulator. It's like a strategy game where you go through warfare stuff as a sub and as a submarine and stuff, and you set all that stuff. You can kind of see from the right hand side of the screen what it looks like. So we'll go to the 6-pack. That's a little bit more enjoyable. Some of these games we've already went over in the 6-pack. This would have been nice to have had actually when Sega came out, because there's a lot of good games in here. There's first Sonic the Hedgehog, there's Super Hang-On, The Revenge of Shinobi, Columns, first Streets of Rage, and first Golden Axe. So we done went over Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, and Sonic 1. We'll go over Columns, Super Hang-On, and The Revenge of Shinobi. I will go over Super Hang-On first. You'll see these games again. We'll do arcade mode. I don't know what all of these are just musics. Okay. This used to be out at the arcades, and when it was out at the arcades, you could hop on what resembled a motorcycle, and you could control how the motorcycle went, which was pretty cool at the time. You don't want to go all the way down to the ground while you're trying to turn. It's your simple racing games. Got a bunch of different racing things, stuff like that. I don't want to play Super Hang-On again. Gosh. I guess I'm going to hit quit. I'll go back in. Like I said, the Streets of Rage, Sonic, and the Golden Axe ones are all the first ones of those games, and they play just like those. But still, I mean, that would be pretty cool to have all 6 of these games, even if you didn't play Super Hang-On that much like I do. I'll play The Revenge of Shinobi a little bit for you guys. I do like Shinobi. I do. I don't care for the very first game, but I like The Revenge, and I like Shinobi 3. Put it on easy so we can actually do some stuff here. It's a pretty good game though, and not bad for what it is. I enjoy it. Still enjoy it. Not my favorite game, but I enjoy it. The graphics are top notch. The gameplay's pretty good. It's difficult. Can be difficult. Just depends upon how you play the game. You got ninjutsu up there that you can do. You got throw stars. Do stuff like that. That's a bomb. It looks like a camera, but it's a bomb. You don't want to hit that. Watch me use my ninjutsu here in a minute. Not even paying attention. Ah, crap. Another bomb. Like I said, I can't really beat the game. Doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. I do enjoy the game. I even like the music. This is one Sega game I technically do like. I had a Super Nintendo growing up. So, whenever I played Sega, well, like the Genesis, I played it over at a friend's house. So, they had games, but, you know, it's just kind of limited to what they had or to what they would rent. Whether it was games that you played or not. I hit my head on the spike part of the ceiling. The bamboo, if you will. This will do a ninjutsu, whichever one you have up there. I just didn't really feel like fighting that guy, but now I gotta fight him anyway, so doesn't really matter now. More throwing stars. Or daggers, I should say. Yeah, put that one up there, so it shouldn't be crazy enough to get hit. Do it. And at the end of every so many stages, there's a boss fight. So. Hang on, man. Dun, 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 dun. And this one you can select the ninjutsu that you will use. So, but use them wisely as you only have a few. Man, I didn't want to hit quit. There's one game left. This is one that I'm not sure if I've went over or not yet. Me and Danielle both like this one. This is Columns. It's a puzzle game. It's Sega's Tetris, in other words. I like them both. I might like Columns slightly better than slightly better than I like maybe Tetris, but they're both pretty good. I'll start on easy. I'll go a little ways. You got to match them 3 in a row of the same color, whether it be horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. You just have to match them up. You can do like on you can basically do like Tetris and drop pieces into place. A lot of times whenever I get points and stuff, it's just out of dumb luck. I usually don't even plot down where to put them. I just kind of slam them down there and hope for the best. Sometimes like this when I plot them. See how far we can get before the screen starts getting faster and stuff starts piling up, and I try to figure out what the heck to do. That's not really what I wanted to do, but I guess it'll work. Shoot. gracious. It's not been my night. Look like it's gonna be my night here either on this. Don't look like I'm gonna get very far. You pretty much put that one wherever you wanted it to go. You can still move them a little bit even if they're clumped up. That'll usually take out some of them there. Crap. Not really what I wanted. That's not really what I wanted either. They'll stop showing me hints here after I get so far up. Then it'll be up to me to try to figure out where in the world these things go. Like right now. Danielle can do really good at games like this because she can plan ahead and just tear up the screen because she can just match all kinds of stuff. Me, it's just sheer dumb luck. She plots and plans and everything, and I'm just like, yeah, it's just dumb luck. Let the blocks lie where they may. That's not really where I wanted that to go. Oh gosh, I'm making a mess. Yeah, I'm making a big fat mess. It'll be going so fast I won't be able to catch it. Crap. I tried. Get to level 5. Usually I can get about level 8 or so. Oh well. That's not too bad. But that's what that is, guys. And those are all pretty good games right there. Like I said, Super Hang On probably the one out of the bunch I don't care for. So that's all the ones that have a number for a name. So like I said, we'll probably jump on to the Nintendo, starting with the A's. We'll probably go there next. Man, there's a lot for each of them. There's a lot for the Nintendo. There's probably 1,000 some games, maybe almost 1,000. There's probably about 700 or 800 for Super Nintendo. Same for the Genesis. Master System's probably got 300 or 400. Game Boy's probably got 400 and some, and the Game Gear's got about it says 263. It's probably a little less than that though. But yeah, we'll get to them, and like I said, we'll keep on giving you the reviews on them, what they are and what they're like. Let me see what we're gonna be facing on the Nintendo. Pretty much, we're probably gonna be there a little while. Boy and His Blob, Nightmare on Elm Street, Abadox. Some of these other ones, some of them are licensed, some are not. We're only going over the licensed ones though. We're not going over hacks or anything like that. So yeah, we'll start with those, and we'll kind of work our way through. We'll see what's an actual release and what's not. So we'll do that starting next time. So until next time, we will